So I wanted to do like a quick little tutorial how to set up your OBS for streaming. Let's go into the settings first. Your OBS might look a little bit different, but in the end you just have to press the settings tab. We can go over here to stream. You can change your provider like to YouTube, to Twitch and stuff like that, whatever you're streaming on, or you can use a custom key that depends on where you're streaming. When it comes to output, we're going to go to simple mode to keep things easy. Depending on your internet speed, we have to change your video bitrate. So I think the golden standard for like most streams, that's around 6,000 kilobits. I see people streaming at 4,502 or even 2,500 or even 2,000. So yeah, it's totally fine. When you notice some buffering in your stream, just make sure to take it down. And of course, know your upload speed. You can go to the internet and you can search for an internet speed test. It looks like this. We can let it run for a little bit. We don't care about that download speed. We care about the upload speed. Yeah, here. 38 megabytes. It's for me. And it basically translates to this one. Like 1,000 kilobits are 1 megabyte. So I have a little bit. When it comes to video encoder, this one, Software X264, takes your CPU, if you have a very strong CPU. And this one is most of the time your graphics card or your graphics chip or graphics unit in general. I would recommend to always use your graphics card because the processor is already doing enough. And most of the time, this one is a separate chip that only functions as the encoder itself. So it basically just works to only encode videos. So I recommend getting everything else in Software X264. When it comes to audio, you can put your microphone in here. We're not going to do that. And when it comes to videos, over here, choose the resolution of your screen. I don't know what resolution you have. You can go into your monitor settings and figure it out. For me, it's basically this one, 2560 x 1440. For most people, it might be Full HD or something else. This one is very important, the output scaled resolution. Basically, what it does, it takes our image that we have over here and scale it down to that resolution that is actually getting broadcasted in the end. The normal standard would be, of course, our base canvas resolution. But if you noticed any like lags or any performance drops, make sure to scale it down to Full HD. And if you even notice even further one, scale it down to 720. And this is totally fine. People watch streams at 720. I stream at 720p on my normal days. I stream at 720p just to keep the performance high. And not gonna lie, you can even go further down to 480. I think, in my opinion, a fluent stream that is running without buffering, without lags, is easier to watch than a stream that is like lagging. So I would rather take down that resolution. Same thing with FPS. Of course, you want to stream at 60, sometimes not possible, go to 30. And when you do like something like a drawing stream or like a stream where you don't have to move at all so much, you can even go down to 20. But 30 should be enough. Let's press on apply. And we're going to create our scenes. I think the normal OBS might look like this for you guys. I put it up here. You can drag those things around and change the looks of your OBS. I like it like this because I like to have a bigger audio mixer. Because this one is going to be a VTuber setup, I'm going to use a scene collection that I got from one of my adoptables that you can download on Ko-Fi. We're going to create the first scene. The first scene is going to be a starting soon screen. This is like very common for most streamers or VTubers in general, to let the ads run or just to give the notification a little bit of time so people get it, or just for you so you can prepare a little bit while starting the stream. We're going to create the scenes first. So we have the starting soon screen over here. Then we have the just chatting screen. This one can be skipped, but I always like a good just chatting screen. The next one is going to be the main scene. That's the scene where we are going to show gameplay, or where we are going to do our just chatting stuff that is a little bit more complex, where we basically show our main canvas. Okay, next one is going to be ending soon screen, and that's basically it. You can get a be right back screen if you are desiring one. I don't have one, but just get another scene, call it be right back, and we are going to look over that in a second. Let's go to the starting soon screen. You can see in here sources. That's where all of our things are getting in. We are going to put a source in for, like I said, one of my adoptables, and we're going to get a media source. Media sources are getting used for like most videos, of course, or music. So we're going to call this one starting soon screen. Okay, and I'm going to choose the one that I have. There, I found it. This is my starting soon screen, and as you can see, it's in here now, and we have to press on loop because we want it to start all over again the entire time. You can change the speed here. I would leave it like this. We have it over here. As you can see, it's a little bit too small because my canvas is bigger. This one can be something else. It can actually be a browser source. In most cases, you are not going to have a starting soon screen ready. So I recommend to just go into Google and search for starting soon screen free. And you can go on every website possible and just download one. Like there are plenty of starting soon screens that are customizable, and you're going to find something that is free and is like fitting to your VTuber model. Of course, try to get the same color palette and then it should be okay. Most of the time they're going to give you a browser source. This is the browser source. I'm going to create one too because I can show you how it's going to be looking like. The resolution is going to be our canvas resolution. And I'm going to open something that I bought from the internet for like €5. Here are, once I bought this panorama animated stream package. Let's go to screens, animated, and normally it looks like this. They're going to send you a package that is more similar to this one, where you have a browser source. Let's get the city scene, and when I'm opening it, basically what happens, a browser source is going to open. I have to copy that source, and we have to put it in here. As you can see, it's going to be in here now. And then we can get an image source. Here, image. Starting soon. We can go back to our folder that we just saw. And then titles here. Starting title. And as you can see, it's here now. We can scale it a little bit up. And all of those things you can draw yourself, of course. You can make it yourself. I just bought this one on the internet. And of course, like I said, you can download it. And that's the only thing that you need for the visuals. If you have a music, you can get a media source again and search for a media that you have here. I have Able Sisters. And of course, it's going to be on loop again. And you see it's a little bit loud. We're going to get it down, just slide it down. It may look like this for you. So let's just get it down to like -35. So it's not too loud for the people. And drag it down too. So it's behind our screen. It's working in a hierarchy. And now we have this scene ready. Our starting soon screen. Let's go to our just chatting screen. And you can see that we have a fade right now when we change our scenes. We have here this other window. It's called scene transitions. You can change what you're going to have, and we can choose a stinger, but I'm not going to use a stinger today. I'm not going to explain how that works. We're going to use fade to keep it simple. Okay, the just chatting screen. We're going to go with the same thing. I'm going to get a media source. I'm going to call this one just chatting screen. The same thing applies for everything that we're searching. Go into the internet, search for free just chatting screen, and you should get a result that might pique your interest. Like when we just go over here, you can download one of them, or you can just search one here and on a website. I don't know how legit they are, but you can try one of them, of course, fitting to your theme. We're going to use one that we already have for Shizu. Yeah, we have our just chatting screen. And now you probably think like, oh, where do I get my VTuber model? Here, it's game capture. There's the plugin that I really would recommend. It's in VTube Studio. It's called Spout 2. It's going to use way less performance. For our case, we're going to use game capture though. Of course, if you don't have a VTuber model, make sure that you get an adoptable on the internet. There are a lot of different adoptables, and some of them are for free. You can buy a couple of them, or you can start as a PNG tuber. But when we go here on the internet, we can search for free adoptable VTuber model, and and you're probably going to find a lot over here, often like Etsy or stuff like that. Here's even mine right now. Look a little bit around and you're going to find something that fits your interest. And of course you can do it yourself, you can rig it yourself, but we're not for that today. So we have our Shizu over here. And we're going to capture a specific window. This is in the game capture that I just told you. And we're going to press allow transparency and choose VTube Studio. As you can see over here, we have that nasty ass window over here. To get this away, we're going to press Control and drag it away, cut it off. For those who are having the watermark over here, the flying watermark, that's how you get rid of it too. But I have the pro version of VTube Studio and we're going to scale it bigger. Make sure that you always stay in the middle in your VTube Studio window and to get it on full screen or at least at the biggest size possible and hide it. So we can move this window around and in every scene we are going to be the same size. So I'm going to increase it a little bit more and I think I like this one and I can lock it so I don't move it accidentally. Then the next thing that we need is the BGM again. Of course we want to have a good old BGM. I'm going to choose something that I downloaded. We are going to loop this one again. BGM. BGMs you can actually download from Dover Syndrome. I'm going to link that in the description. Many VTubers are using that and I still know a lot of VTubers that are doing the same thing. Okay, let me turn on audio monitoring, BGM. Yeah. Now we have our just chatting screen, but you see here on the right, there's something missing. There's the chat missing. So this is a little bit more complicated. But the easiest way, in my opinion, to do that is to go on the internet again, go to Google and use Stream Elements. I think, in my opinion, it's one of the easiest ways how to get an overlay. Let's go in here, live streamers. I'm already logged in with my account right now. We're going to go here to the sites and going to go to overlays. Here, I already have one that is called chat. You have to create a new overlay. We're going to do that over here. A new window is going to put off and you take the resolution of your overlay. For us it's Full HD. I'm going to start, create a new overlay over here, like a new source. This one is going to be your streams chat. And we know it's around here in this corner. You have to play around probably a little bit. I don't like this gray box, so I'm going to make it transparent. I'm going to take this font over here. You can customize a lot here. You can make the messages fade away. While we're here, we can also get an alert box. That alert box is going to help us to get like new subscribers, followers, or events happening on our screen. Over here in the middle, I am going to put it over here. Now we're going to save it. We're going to call this one OBS. And how do we get it in our source? We press this button here, copy overlay URL. And that's it. Now we go back over here. We create another browser source. And we're going to call this one Stream Elements. And put it in here, the code that we copied. We're going to change our resolution to the one that we have of our screen. You can also press this one, Control Audio via OBS. And if you want your notifications from your little notification window that we put over there to be controlled by OBS. So if you want people to hear that sound, if you want to make like custom sound, activate Control Audio via OBS. Do you want to do that? Well, let me type something in my Twitch chat right now. As you can see, I'm there. It's absolutely tiny. I would definitely increase it. But like I said, you have to play around to get like this in the perfect shape and size. So we're not going to do that today, but customize it a little bit, get it bigger. Okay, let's go to our main scene. Good thing is, when we actually create a thing once, we don't have to do it twice. So I have a new game capture over here and we can press on Add Existing and get our source again. We can drag it around as much as you want, we can scale it. And I'm going to put myself in the corner. That's why I want you to be in the middle of the screen so we can just drag it around and not have any problems with the size. Okay, we get our Vtuber model over here. Let's make a gaming scene out of this one. Of course, you can do whatever you want. And for my case, I'm going to put two sources of here. A display capture. And we're going to record our main screen. It's going to look a little bit trippy. Put it in the right order. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit trippy. Sorry for that. Also, the thing that I have to add is we have to add another source, and this one is going to be the audio input capture. You don't have to get this one if you have your microphone activated in the settings. I just like to put it in there individually. So I'm going to take my microphone, and this one I'm going to rename it microphone, and we can see it over here now. And we want to be in this yellow place over here. Microphone settings, I can make a separate tutorial for this one, but we're going to keep it on the standard. So we can go to the main scene again, and we're going to put our microphone back here. There it is. And actually you don't need more than that, but I would recommend you to not use display capture because display capture can be kinda dangerous. So we're going to get a window capture. Window capture is exactly what you think it is. We can take a window. So when we put the window capture over here, you have to take the specific screen, of course, that you want to show. And nasty thing is that you have to change it all the time, but I recommend you doing that just to stay a little bit more safe. Scale it in that window that you need. And now normally you get here another source. It's called desktop audio. I removed that because I don't want everyone to hear like everything that I do. Instead of desktop audio, I put an application audio capture source over here. And you can just take the source that you want to and press on OK. And you can see it's here now. You can see it here moving. Okay, this is going to be our main scene, but because we are a VTuber, let me get it away. I want to show you the normal overlay that people have. So we're going to get another image source. I prepared something for her. And this one is an image source, it's not animated. Of course, if it's animated, you have to do the same thing as before. Media source and not image source. Now you can see we have a little overlay over here, and you have to do the same thing for this live chat. You have to create another stream element source and put it in as the browser again. This is it with our main scene. Of course, when you have an overlay that is similar to this one, take your window capture and get it smaller so it fits into that frame like this. Okay, now we are going to go to our ending screen. As you can see, we have almost everything over here, and the only thing that is missing is the ending soon screen. But we have the same thing over here. We're going to put the media source again. We're going to get our one that we downloaded. Ending screen. Loop it again. We're going to get a BGM again, an ending BGM. Let's take this one. Put it in loop again. Make it quieter. And there. We have to put it down, of course, again. And now with all of our scenes ready, the starting soon. Our just chatting screen. If you need something like that, of course. And our main scene. With our ending soon screen. And yeah, that's basically it. If you want to try out making and building an overlay yourself, you can actually download Shizu, my first model, on my Ko-fi for free and just test out if things are working, doing test streams with a proper overlay without choosing and searching too many things. So yeah, I hope this is useful, guys. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.